Are you thinking about getting a Shoei X-14 or an HJC RPHA 11 Pro, but don't know is it worth the extra $400 for the Shoei? Well, stick around. I'm going to go over real-world practicality on my opinion on the helmets. So you're not just reading a brochure, you'll actually know someone who's written both of them for over a year. So one of the things to consider when you're watching this video or thinking about which helmet you want is think about what is the purpose behind your helmet. It's to protect you, correct? But why are you in particularly looking for a helmet? Are you looking because you're starting to get into racing and track days, or is it just to have a actual helmet for riding around the street? Or are you maybe have a helmet, you're looking to replace your helmet, but you want something maybe a step up, or there's a million reasons, but you need to think about that because both of these helmets are still expensive. The HJC is about $400. The Shoei is actually around $800. And so there's things to consider when it comes to purchasing your helmet is what is the purpose for you, not because it's cool, because they're all cool, but what is it going to do for you? If you're not going to be doing racing or track days, you probably don't need to get the Shoei. It's a racing, race fit helmet. Everything about it's aerodynamic, it doesn't buffer, and it just goes on and on and on. But I'll tell you this, it's not very comfortable to wear. Riding around on the street after about an hour, it starts getting uncomfortable. Now with the HJC, I'm not going to go buy that helmet and then go racing. I'm not saying it's a bad helmet. It's a great helmet, and I own it because it's a great helmet. But the HJC also serves a purpose, in my opinion. For me, that is a very safe helmet that I could still wear as my daily street riding helmet. Now, it is more comfortable. I can wear it for hours on end, and I don't have any problems with it. But again, I know that it is HJC's top line helmet, and you could definitely go racing in that helmet. Plenty of professionals do. For me, I feel like the Shoei actually does a better job of buffering on the track to where I don't get any head shakes or anything at high speeds down the straightaway. So with that, of course, I'm going to keep using that helmet. I own it. Why wouldn't I? But again, those are the things that you need to think about, is the purpose behind it. And this is just my opinion, my purpose as to why I have these two helmets. Now, the ease of use between the two helmets, I'm definitely going to give to the HJC. With leather gloves on and riding around, every time I come to a stoplight or anything, it's easy to pop my visor up, just let it be cracked, open, close the vents, whatever I need to do. It is super simple. Everything's easily right where you want it to be. And with gloves on, no problem. Shoei, on the other hand, I can't give them that. It is a pain in the butt to use that helmet for me with my gloves on. When I'm at the track and it's extremely hot, I go to pop up my visor coming off of the track, and I sometimes can't get the visor to pop up because it's just my thumb won't quite get into there and just kind of locks. And then you have all your little vents or little sliders here and there, and like with gloves on, you can't feel those kind of things. So HJC did a great job. Little rubber rollers, opens, closes, everything's great. Shoei, like I said, for me, I struggle with it. Maybe I'm just not that good with it, but still, I just think that the HJC is easier to use. Now, as for the pros, I would say between like the Shoei and the HJC. So the Shoei, it feels light. It definitely feels lighter. I don't know if it actually is, but it feels lighter to me, especially when it's on your head. Like I said, once it's on and you're riding, that thing is like one with your head. You can look every which way, you have no problem. Unless you're using it on the street, then you have a hump on a leather jacket. That thing, you go to try to turn, look over your shoulder, and the aerodynamic fins that come off the back actually kind of run into the hump on the actual jacket. So it can actually be a little restrictive for field of vision if you're trying to look back behind you. Versus the HJC, I don't have any problems with that. But like I said, the Shoei feels great on your head. It's very easy to just be comfortable in it. And when you're riding, you hit high speeds, it is awesome. It doesn't buffer. It doesn't press back and press on your nose like some helmets do, or your chin. Like I said, it's got plenty of room in the front. And like I said, it's just an awesome, awesome helmet. The HJC is also an awesome helmet. It's half the price of the Shoei. That is awesome. The fact that you go down one time, your helmet could be toast. And you think about it, you spend $800, you go down, you hit your head. Yes, the helmet did its purpose, but you now have to go spend another $800 to buy that same helmet. I can buy 2 of the HJCs for the price of one Shoei. So, will I be buying another Shoei? I don't know, but at this point, I'm happy with both of them. The other thing that's awesome about the HJC is its visor. It's super simple to use. They give you the tinted visor. That is awesome. That saves you money. So not only are you purchasing a $400 helmet, you're also getting a visor that for the Shoei is $800 or $80. So how awesome is that you don't have to spend that extra money to buy something that you already are going to probably end up buying? So I definitely think that's awesome. And again, the cost of the HJC, it's a comfortable helmet. I feel like it's a great bang for the buck. Now the cons though, the HJC, it is very, very, very noisy. It breathes very well, but it's very noisy. So at high speed, you hear a lot of wind buffering, and just it gets extremely loud and noisy. And like I said, I already have a very loud exhaust, so that doesn't help muffle it out. But at the same token, it's very nice if you're street riding because you can hear around you better. When you're actually pulling up to a stoplight or something, you could hear the car pulling up beside you or behind you. Versus on the Shoei, it's so like just everything's so well designed, you can't hear anything very well. Like at high speed, you don't get a lot of wind buffering. And like I said, it breathes great. So they've just put a lot of technology into it. Another one of the cons for the HJC is, I would say, is, like I said, at high speed, like even a hard acceleration, it'll kind of push back on your cheeks a little, and you'll get a little bit of a wind buffer and shake and a little head shake. But nothing horrible. You know, it's just enough that you notice it. One of the big cons of the Shoei is, again, $800. The other one is $90 for a visor, $80, whatever, if you're buying the OE ones. So that's very expensive. Another problem I have with the Shoei is they allow you to pull this liner out, and it's got little adjustments that you could change so that you can adjust the field of view. You can have the helmet go down or up a little by like 5 degrees. Read a brochure about it if you'd like to know more about that. The thing that sucks about it is it's not very easy to pull all this stuff out, make the adjustments, and put it back in. It doesn't snap into place great. It's kind of a pain to remember what goes where and how it's got to fit and everything else. So if you do get a Shoei and you're going to change that stuff out, probably want to make sure you pay really good attention. Maybe watch a couple of videos. That's what I did to figure out how you adjust it and what the purpose is. So that is one of the big, or the pros and cons, I would say, with each of them. So again, in my opinion, I would say that the HJC is a great, outstanding street helmet, and it could be a really great track day helmet. And again, I know professional riders ride in it every day, and I'm not saying that that is not the case. The Shoei, on the other hand, I use more strictly for a race helmet. It fits that way, it buffers that way, everything about it is designed around racing. So which one's right for you? Only you can make that decision. Well, guys, I hope this video ended up actually helping you make a decision. I hope this video actually helped you understand maybe the real world practicalities between these two helmets. Now, I am not going to say that the HJC is not a great race helmet. To be honest, if my Shoei broke, I would just grab my HJC and start only using that. And probably buy a second one for a backup. Because again, I would rather spend the money on track days and getting more experience than buying $800 helmets every time something happens. So again, this is completely just my point of view, my opinion. Whether you like it or not, don't really care. It's mine. So, well, guys, reach out if you have any other questions. Let me know if you need anything. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Keep subscribing. I'm going to try to get more content out. Unfortunately, it's just snowing and it's winter. But as soon as spring breaks, we'll start going on some rides together and have some fun. Till next time.